Welcome and thanks for listening to Four Things to Know, an open line podcast produced by the City of Auburn. Each week, we'll take a few minutes to walk you through events, street closures, and important dates you should know about as Auburn residents. This is the Public Affairs team. We're back again this week with Four Things to Know. Let's go around the table and introduce ourselves. This week, start with Cynthia.
I am Cynthia Williford Bean.
And I'm Allison Blankenship.
I'm David Dorton.
And I am Nick Bowman. We are going to talk about a few things coming up this week and in the next couple of weeks that you should know about. So once again, let's go ahead and start with Cynthia.
Awesome. So my thing this week is the Auburn Floral Trail. Now that spring's here and everyone's ready to get outside, we want to remind you that our annual Auburn Floral Trail is underway now through April 15th. It's a 14-mile trail that winds through Auburn's neighborhoods and highlights different springtime flowers like azaleas and blooming trees like pear trees, cherry trees, and plum trees. And we'll have a link to a map of this 14-mile trail available in the show notes, but it's broken up into a south trail and a north trail with two optional sections, so there's plenty of flowers to see throughout town. We also have brochures available at City Hall or at the Auburn Opelika Tourism Office, so you could grab a brochure, and there are also wayfinding signs posted throughout the city that you might just happen upon if you're driving around town. And this is just a partnership between us and the Auburn Beautification Council and Auburn Opelika Tourism. And it's a great way to really just drive around and see all the beautiful flowers during this time of year.
Awesome. Have you ever done it?
I have driven sections of it, not the full thing.
It's long.
It's long. 14 miles is a lot.
Yes,
So I would encourage people to bike a section one weekend and then bike another. A lot of the trees are blooming right now, but not all the flowers are yet. So it's something that you could do multiple times throughout the spring.
Awesome.
It's nice to just happen upon, too.
Yes.
You know.
That's honestly how I've done it in the past is, there's a sign. Let me follow it and see where it goes.
Well, awesome. Well, this week I wanted people to know about a service that the Auburn Police Department does. If you're planning to take a vacation sometime this spring or summer, you can actually request that our patrol section complete house checks to your house just to make sure everything looks okay, nothing fishy's going on. You just go online to our website and fill out a form. It's a free service, and you just need to be sure to include any information like if you have any vehicles that will be parked outside, any lights that you're going to leave on, or if there are any people authorized to be at your house, say to check on a pet, or let them know of any local emergency contacts in case something is going on and they can't get a hold of you, who we should call. You can do that by going to auburnalabama.org/police/house-check. I know that's kind of a mouthful, so it will also be in the show notes, a link to that. But it's just kind of a good service just to make sure, we can keep your neighborhood as safe as possible. So I encourage people to take advantage of it.
As with last week, I'm going to go back and touch on something I've already talked about, but now it's time.
Yay.
So Household Hazardous Waste Day. We get an easy URL there. It's just auburnalabama.org/HHW. But Saturday, March 26th, this coming Saturday at 9 a.m. and until 1 p.m. is your chance to bring the things you can't throw away the rest of the time down to our environmental services complex at 365A North Donahue Drive. And if you go to that web address, the auburnalabama.org/HHW, there's a good list of items that you can bring and items that they can't take. And there's also a way to register so that you can register, let them know you're coming. And if you just bring a water bill or proof of residency, they'll take care of everything for you.
Sounds great. So we have been without any kind of road or street closure the last couple of episodes, so we're doing overtime this week. We got a lot of work going on, so forgive me if it sounds like I'm reading a little bit of this. I want to make sure that I get the dates and the roads right. We are going to have crews working on resurfacing South Donahue Drive between South College Street and East University Drive March 22nd to the 25th as part of an annual resurfacing project. The road will remain accessible to traffic throughout the work, but just you could experience delays, so use some caution as you're going through there. After that, crews are going to be working on resurfacing Cedar Crest Circle and Lancaster Avenue March 22nd to 25th, again as part of an annual resurfacing project. So that work is expected to take place between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. each day. The road will remain accessible once again, but you could experience delays, so just plan for that during your commute. And then the last one, this one is looking forward a little bit, but we're going to have a new traffic signal coming online at the intersection of East Glen Avenue and Skyway Drive. That is going to begin operating in flash mode, or what it was operating in flash mode on Friday, March 18th. And then it is going to go into full operation Monday, April 4th. So look for that coming up in the next week or so. That's all I've got on street closures. Anybody got anything else?
I don't think so.
Nope.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for listening. We will be back again next week with 4 Things to Know. Thanks for listening to 4 Things to Know, an open line podcast produced by the City of Auburn. If you're looking for more news, events, and dates to know about coming up in Auburn, visit news.auburnalabama.org. You can also check out our show notes for the links and URLs discussed in this episode.